Hello, everyone,
Yeah, here is Tatjana,
and Judith. Hi.
and
We
we bring
bring
to you.
you the review of the 2024 Skate Canada. And unfortunately, we are not together this time because I couldn't make it to Halifax. Tanya, you are on site in Halifax. The event just ended. How was your overall impression?
Yeah, it was really nice coming back to Halifax because the last time Skate Canada was here was in 2004, so that's a long time ago. Um, and yeah, it was nice. It was well organized, and uh, just spectators could have been a little bit more. They decided to skip the gala here in order to condense it more, and also because there's a different audience for the gala than for the competition. And yeah, but I don't know. I mean, if that made a difference in the end. And they also had only on Friday, they had Friday evenings they started, which was good, so that people could come. But don't know if that made a big difference. Would have been nicer to have more audience, of
Or
course. But I
yeah,
didn't
but I
see
also
really
remember
advertising in the city. I didn't see advertising in the city or
like
at the
similar to Skate
venue.
America. But also last season in Vancouver, it wasn't super well attended, I remember.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I saw
Canada
on
is not.
pictures this very giant moose in the arena.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because it's the moose. It's the moose had to say hockey club.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, the moose is watching all the time. Yeah.
I should have taken a picture. Yeah, so let's start it with the event. The first one were the pairs,
The
which
pairs
was
event. Um,
pairs, and yeah, it wasn't the greatest pairs event. Skate America was better from
yes.
the level of the performance level here. If you look at that, so Diana, Stellato, Dudek, Maxime Deschamps, the hot favorites, they won, but they didn't even with the free skating. They had a good short program, a decent short program, but the free skating, there were quite a few errors, and so they were only second in the free, but they had a big advantage in points, so they still won.
Yeah. So overall, I thought the short program had a pretty good level.
Yeah,
Also, I was very surprised about the level of the first group of the free skating, which was also very good. But then the second group wasn't so promising. I
yeah, it
told
was like first group skated better than second group.
Yes, that was my impression as well. It started really well, but the second group was very messy. We have a very new team, especially at least on the international circuit, the team from Uzbekistan. Maybe you can tell a little more from your on-site impression of this team. And yeah, many of us never heard of them before.
Yeah, Ekaterina Gainish and Dmitry Chikaryov are obviously they are from Russia, but they represent Uzbekistan starting this season. They skated with different partners in Russia. I remember them, but never reached the top. But they are good. I mean, it's a classical Russian pair skating school. They train with Nina Moser and the team. They had two good performances. There was a mistake in the short, but not such a big one. And then solid free skate. They did a triple loop, side by side triple loop.
Oh yeah, true. I remember.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's something you see rarely. And yeah, I think they have potential, and they were nice to watch. And we'll see. They will come to France next week, so
Oh,
will
they're
be
also in
interesting.
France. I
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah, yeah. So they have
Yeah.
back-to-back Grand Prix, and they have a good chance to make the final. Will be That would be
Yeah.
exciting. And it was the first pair skating medal on the Grand Prix ever for Uzbekistan. Also, it was the first in a long, long time for Uzbekistan. It's been in 2017. Misha G won a medal, a bronze medal for Uzbekistan on the Grand Prix. Yeah, but and before that it was Ilya's mom.
Yeah, I was just thinking it. Ilya's parents are
Yeah,
the big
Ilya's
participants.
mom, Tatjana, she won Grand Prix medals before that. And so it's been a long time. And the skater said that they are happy that after such a long time, the flag of Uzbekistan is on the podium again.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
yeah. And also historical medal for Anastasia Golubeva and Hector Giotopoulos-Moore, first ever Grand Prix medal at the senior level for Australia.
Yes, I was so happy actually for this team. When they came off the ice, they had also a little bit of a messy free skate, not full catastrophe, but they had a couple of errors. But then it looked at the first moment again that they would be fourth, and they had been fourth at so many occasions. I think last year at Four Continents, at both of their Grand Prix last season, and I felt like okay, they're going to be fourth again, and I think they thought the same when they were in the kiss and cry. They were a little disappointed, but in the end, it was enough for the bronze. What made me happy for them, but it was sad for the German team who were the ones who missed the medal.
Yeah, Annika said she was a little sick, started to get sick on the plane with a cold, and so it was hard. She tried her best. It was hard to fight through the program. So yeah, and jump errors cost a lot of points, so that's why they slipped to fourth. Also wanted to mention that Anastasia and Hector are now training full time in Canada, same rink as Diana and Maxime, and
Oh,
feel very inspired. Yeah, but they came with their coach, so it's not like they are now with Diana's coach. They are still with their own coach,
but
Galina Pashina.
they
Yeah. So unfortunately, Annika and Robert missed out. Yeah,
yeah,
hopefully can do better next time.
yeah, they will those skate next in the NHK Trophy, which also has a very tough pairs field. They will be up against the Japanese team.
Miura, Kihara.
Yes, and they will be up against the Georgians and also a couple of other strong teams are Danny and Ellie there. There's like a lot of strong teams that wear Skate America are there. So it's also going to be a very strong competition. Yeah, I know their goal was to make the final because last year they actually did make the final but had to withdraw because of Robert's back injury. Now it's not looking so promising, but yeah, we just hope to see them as good in shape as they were last year at Worlds, and because they have two really fun and entertaining programs.
Yeah, I like their programs. Yeah, I like the Falco program, the free program, and especially the top program is the same from last year. Let's move on to the ladies.
The
Yeah,
Japanese sweep. We had a Japanese
Japanese sweep, yeah, a little unexpected. Well, I mean, before you would think maybe, yeah, that's possible. Then after the short program, it didn't look like it because Rino Matsuike was far away in 10th place. But again, the free skating, there were lots of ups and downs performances. And Kaori, she was only second in the free. She fell twice, which is, I think, really rare. Yeah, and so
won the free skate.
Reno skated very well and moved up to second place from 10th to second. Yeah.
Yes. She actually had the uh only clean free skate of the night, actually. Also
Yeah.
she hardly got any under rotation calls. She just got explanation marks for the edge.
Exclamation mark for the
Yeah.
edge.
But
Mm.
nothing everything else was completely clean. And yeah, like who would have thought Rino Matsuiki winning the silver here? That was for sure a surprise. To be honest, her programs for me, she has a very elegant style, but they're all a little bit the same.
Mm.
Yeah, she has one style that she does very, very well, this little fairy. But yeah, she was clean, and now she also has a shot for the final. I don't know by heart right now what is her second Grand Prix, but I know this year she has a second Grand Prix. Last year she had only one. There she was also at Skate Canada and won the bronze, but didn't have a shot for the final because it was her only assignment. This year she has the shot.
Yes, it does. Yeah, Kaori was a bit, he felt like, Miss Proper was good, but then the free, she felt like that she's not yet at the point where she has her practices are very, she says she needs perfect practices, and then she has enough confidence to perform well in the program, and that wasn't the case. So, yeah, so she now says she has 2 weeks before, well, basically 1 week of real training at home before NHK Trophy, her next event. So she really wants to step it up, and we will see.
Yes.
Hana Yoshida always makes some silly mistakes in the program. Again, even she didn't go for the triple axel before, but she messed up the combo, and she said that she has a kind of a history of bad drop programs and then better free programs. Free program was better. She went for the triple axel. It was not clean. Stepped out, and in the end, it was enough to pull up to the third place. But it was very, very close with Kitty Repon.
Very, very close. Also from second to fifth place, I think, are in less than 2 points margin. And poor Kimi Repond missed the medal. The time violation.
Yeah, or you can say, yeah, it was a time violation, or maybe she fell on the luts.
Yes.
One mistake less, then she would have had the bronze, her first Grand Prix medal. She was really hoping for it. She was certain the program. So she was, at first she was upset, but then she calmed down, and now she is looking forward to her next Grand Prix and hopes that there will be a medal.
Yeah, she is close, and yeah, she also wasn't clean in the free, as you just said. She also had a fall. She had a very good short program. I also really like this program with the theme of like saving the earth, like mother
nature. Yeah, Mother Nature's the music. The costume is just stunning. I love this costume, this blue turquoise color. Yeah, I also want to mention Madeleine Skizas from Canada. Really, two solid performances. I think it's a long time that I've seen her doing back-to-back two good programs.
At least this season. She had actually a very messy season. She already skated in 3 challenger events, but didn't do particularly well in either of them. She had a good short in the Budapest Trophy there, I saw her. Then she messed up there the free skate. Nebelhorn Trophy was messy overall. She had one other one, which also wasn't good. But yeah, she, I think also because of her history of very messy skates recently, she was so happy. She fell on her knees. She was, I think, almost in tears after her performance, and was really nice to see.
Alissa Liu, so that the comeback kid, the short program was good, but then the free, lots of not actually, it was only like three under rotations.
Under rotations,
yeah. So that cost a lot of points, and though she was out of the medals, yeah, but still, I mean, she's back after 2.5 years break, so it's a start.
It's a start, and you can definitely see that she is enjoying what she's doing. She now, I talked to her in Budapest, and she told me that now everything is new because she chooses everything herself. She chose her music, her coaches, her choreographers, her costume, takes part in the costume design. And yeah, this is what makes it all much more fun for her, and you can really see that she enjoys what she's doing.
I'm just not sure if this light is better or not, with or without the light. It's a little kind of yeah. So then we have the men.
We had the men. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, Ilya. I mean, he wins by 40 points.
Yes,
it's crazy.
He was so convincing. He was more convincing than last weekend. I think he got his confidence.
This is what he said. He said he felt much more confident. Skate America being the first Grand Prix of the season, and he felt the pressure also competing at home, being the world champion and all that. But this event, even though he didn't have time really to recover from Skate America, he came here, only was just a couple of days home, and then had to come here. But he said he felt much more relaxed, much calmer, and you could see that. So
the short program especially was flawless, I would say. And really now, I mean, now I had another perspective. I watched it on TV. Some things you can see better, I think, on TV, and some better in person. On TV, I think sometimes you see the facial expressions a little better because of course the camera is zoomed in, and you can really see he's living and selling these programs, and he really, really improved on his artistic side.
Yes, and that is also focus now. He says he has a time before the final, and he wants to continue to work on all aspects of the programs. He wants to nail that quad loop that escaped him twice now, and he said that was his disappointment here. But basically, he was in a league of his own. So,
definitely.
yeah, now he will.
We will
Yeah,
see if Adam Xiaowenfa and Yuma Kageyama can come somehow close. We will see these two guys in the next weeks, but I think everyone else is actually at this point far away. Yeah, in second place we had Shun Sato, and I just remember when he noticed that it was enough for the second place, he also kind of almost broke down in tears. You can really feel how important it is for these Japanese people, skaters to reach the final.
Yeah. It is such an important qualifier for them. I mean, it makes all the difference for the world team. So there was a lot of pressure, of course, and he stayed in second thanks to his strong short program.
Yeah.
But the second best free was actually came from Chuhan Cha. So it was very, very close. It's just a little less than a point between them. And Junwon, I think he can be proud. He keeps building competition by competition.
Yes.
I was very happy also to see him landing the 2 quads in the free. And he
also the quad toe, I was so proud of him.
Yes.
The only mistake that he made in the free is that he missed the loop combination, and he also couldn't do the combination at a later point. So he missed one combination. He only had 2 combinations, which you could say then cost
the Lutz was right at where I was sitting. He did the Lutz, and you could see the landing was a little, and then there was not enough room because it was small and narrow, and the ring, and he you could see that he was kind of hesitating, but then of course he couldn't do. So he didn't do it, and that cost him the silver medal in the end.
He just should have added a double toe at any other jump.
Yeah. And it's easy for us to say.
Yeah, I know. It's just a bit unfortunate for him that, but this is the sport. This is how it is. And I think he will also be happy with the bronze here. And he will be skating next in Finland, I think.
Right, yeah. And for him, it was important to do much better than last year at Skate Canada, where he was injured and had a not good performance. Sota Yamamoto, then he was edged out of the podium by like 3 points. And also for him, of course, a bummer, because as you said, with the Grand Prix qualification, Grand Prix final being so important in Japan. And he was a Skate Canada champion last year, where he won kind of by there was the level was not very high last year, and he was lucky to win because he was and this time his performance was much better, but it was not enough because the overall
was
level
only
of competition was higher than last year. Vladimir Litvintsev, 2 solid performances for him, Azerbaijan skater.
But I have to mention that the gap between the 4th place and everyone else was enormous.
Yeah. 30 points.
So the first 4 were kind of on a league on their own, and then there was a big gap. And Litvintsev came in 5th. I think he had I especially liked his short program. There he was very solid. I was a little bit surprised by the scores. I guess they gave him some under rotations. I didn't check it in detail. The free skate, he had a few mistakes. I thought the music cut was a little strange, like similar to the last season. He had the tiger program.
The costume, that wasn't a short program, wasn't it?
Yeah. This year he had like 3 different music pieces, and I was a little bit surprised how someone got the idea to put these together. But just a personal.
Didn't really seem to fit. Jason Brown unfortunately struggled with his triple axel in both programs, and that even so his programs are, especially free skating, really exquisite. But without the triple axel, he doesn't have the quad, but he doesn't need the triple axel at least. And so he couldn't, he only finished in 8th place. And just to mention, Roman Sadowski had to withdraw due to injury.
Yes. Then the last competition was
ice dance was the last competition. Of course, we had the
Canadian.
The 2 Canadian dance teams. Piper Gillis, Paul Perret looked very good, very ready for the season. and they said this is because they had been starting their preparations earlier. There were less shows, and they were just better prepared, and they felt very good about it.
I have a question for you actually, because
Sure.
because I saw these pictures of Piper and Paul. I think after the training day, they had another costume than in the.
Ah, yeah, the costume for the costume, the rhythm dance costume. So
Yeah, so
there's a
they wanted to
story, a
keep
whole
the
story
real
to
one a
the rhythm.
secret, or what?
Yeah, the rhythm dance costume. So they have made from the beginning. They have made 4 different rhythm dance costumes.
Oh my
But
God.
this is part of their concept because they are portraying Barbie and Ken. And the Barbie, is like the fun for playing with Barbie is to dress different get because he has different dresses and all and that's what they are portraying, and that's why they have these 4 costumes. And I've seen 2 because I skipped one practice, the early practice from the rhythm dance. So they had I saw we saw the ones that the red and white ones, the lifeguard costumes, and then the other ones with the yellow costumes. And there are 2 more that they will also reveal. And they said they will decide always on the day which costume they feel like wearing.
That's funny. That's a very nice idea. But I have to say, what just came to my mind, it also shows they have the funding to pay for this. I just remember, like, you think about the Tatjana siblings who didn't
Mm.
like their rhythm dance costume, the one that was made by the dressmaker, and now they have to improvise because they said they don't have money to buy another costume. Like
Mm.
Piper just has the money to buy 4 costumes. I mean,
Yeah, just for the rhythm dance.
yeah.
Yeah. Evgenia Laparova, Geoffrey Brissot, they won their 4th already Grand Prix bronze medal. They had 2 solid performances. Bonnie M is is a German, was a kind of German band, was and but singing in English. And then the freelance was a techno program.
They have 2 very special programs. I would say I especially like the rhythm dance. It's just really fun and something really different. And it's just so sassy that it ends with, oh, those Russians. I mean, Kenya is Russian, actually. So
She comes from
kind of
Russia originally,
makes
yes.
kind of fun of herself. I think this is so shows personality. I really like that. And I think I read before that the free dance, they chose this techno style because of their um, exhibition number from last year, which was very well received, which was a similar style. And this is why they decided to go a similar style with the free dance. And I also think it's quite a fit for them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something very a departure from the more classical themes they were doing in the past, and they said that was important to them to do something completely different than they did before.
We left out the second Canadian pair, Marjorie.
Oh my God, yes, how could we? Yeah, we jumped over them. Marjorie Lajoie, Zachary Laga, they unfortunately had a very strange fall in the rhythm dance. It was luckily, at least on a connecting step and not in an element. So they were still second, but the gap to Piper and Paul was rather big. I also think they have a very fun rhythm dance. It's the Austin Powers.
Yes, and they did Austin Powers already when they were really young, like in their
Yes.
novice days, and it's like fun for them to do it again. Yes, I really like
Yeah,
this
they were
dance
like,
as well. Of course, we couldn't see the full potential because I also personally have the feeling after the mistake they were a little bit off. Also, Zach seemed super disappointed. He's
oh
always
yeah, he was upset.
he was always very harsh on himself. Um, yeah, the free dance, I really like the free dance. I
Yeah,
really
beautiful, beautiful. Sound of Silence, really, really nice.
again
And
the little piano version. I always like it because Zach is a very good piano player, as most people actually know. And then when I heard the piano again, I was like, yeah, that's for Zach. That's yeah, no, really, really, really good free dance. Yeah, unfortunate mistake. Otherwise, I think it could have been closer, and we will see how the season progresses. Also, it was their first outing of the season, but also for Piper and Paul.
yeah,
If they
yeah.
can close the
Marjorie
gap.
had an Marjorie had another concussion, unfortunately. That's why they had to withdraw from they wanted to do the Oberstdorf neighborhood trophy, and then that didn't happen. But he said now he's fully recovered. We didn't even mention Piper and Paul's free dance, but that was also, I really liked it. It was over like in so fast. I was watching and then it was already over. So that's a very nice
classical piece. Yeah, also it was taken like an inspiration by their show number from last season, right?
I don't remember.
No, I think I'm also not into, but yeah, I think they did the same piece or a part of this piece already as a show number last season, and yeah, but this one I like it more than the Italians turning their show number into
Yeah, we will see that next week.
We will see that next week exactly how it turns out on the big stage. So yeah,
Natalie Taschler and Philipp Taschler, they moved up with their free dance. They skated really well. I think they were happy with what they did this week.
Yeah, fourth place is also their best result yet on the Grand Prix. Their previous best was the fifth place, so yeah, they can be happy. Who was not very happy was Vadim Kolesnik. But Emilia Zingas, Vadim Kolesnik were the best American team, which I think is still somehow important because all of these American teams are fighting for that third world spot. Yeah, still, I think they wanted a little bit more. I read in the quote from afterwards that they said they're a little bit in the free dance. They had a few insecurities, didn't feel their best. Yeah, I want to mention very unfortunate fall for Emily Bratti and Ian Somerville, the other US who also
right at the beginning, yeah.
Yes, they missed the entire twizzles. He fell like I think she touched his leg and then they fell. Then he fell because she came too close to him. This is how I saw it on the screen. It looked like that. Yeah, they were also very, very sad. That's a team that probably like has the potential also to be in the top 5. Yeah, they will also have back-to-back events. They can redeem themselves in France next week.
Next week. Okay, so we'll see them soon. Yeah, so thank you very much for listening, watching our little recap, and we will be back soon in France.
In France next week, we will be together again. I will be on site. I missed it already, so I'm excited to be back.
Yeah, I miss you too, and Gigi will be there.
Yes, so have a good week and see you soon.
Bye.